Hi and welcome to another Proteus tutorial. Today I'm going to be going over how to create a prefab. First of all, let's go and look at our prefabs browser so you can see what a prefab is. So if I open up doors and just drag one of these in, you can see that we've got these pre-made assets. They're essentially just small maps that I've created into these little groups into a prefab, and you can reuse them, rotate them, and change their colors, and then when you go to play the map, they get compiled into the level, and then you can use them again. So it's super useful, a lot of fun, makes mapping a lot faster. So let's go ahead and create one. We're gonna do some real basics here. I've got my default level that I'm working in right now, and we're just gonna make a cube and extrude the top here, and maybe just give it like a little ramp here top. And this will be I don't know, some kind of console machine, and we're gonna have these a lot in our level. For example, you know, maybe we have like 20 of these throughout our level, and it's really painful to have to just edit each of them by hand, so we're just gonna make one into a prefab, and then all of them can update. So the way that we do this, I'm just gonna save the map. I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna copy it, and this is the default map. There's not a lot in it right now. I mean, there is some color palette stuff going on here, but what we want to do is go into prefabs and save as. So we're going to save this current scene, and I'm going to save it as a prop, and we'll just say console _1. So we're going to save this, and now technically speaking, this entire map is a prefab now. So if I go to browse, props, console, I can actually drop it in, and you can see that it's created this cube over here. And if I were to just kind of move this over and down, you can see that doing a play map, it's got a player start in there as well, and it's also got a pistol. So this is kind of neat. I'm going to go ahead and delete the rest of this stuff though, because I don't really want it in my prefab. And then I'm going to hit save again. And each time you hit save, it takes a screenshot of the prefab. So if I hit save like this, and I go to my browser, props, you can see there's a much nicer thumbnail here than there was a second ago. Now if I go back to my default level, and just delete this guy, move him out of the way, go to my browser, props, and I can drag in my console. Now if we have a bunch of these around, I'm just going to start rotating some and kind of placing them in different directions so you can get a better idea for what this does. I'm going to save, and if we want to edit this, go to edit, props, console 1, and we're going to throw some materials and console materials on there. Asset, materials, sci-fi. We'll just grab the panel, hit apply, and I'm just going to add some edges in here. And we'll grab a sci-fi material, so a monitor, and apply that to this face here. Cool, and that looks really good. And if we went back to the level right now, we would see all of these changes in there, and it would look pretty nice. I'm going to do one more quick little extrude on both sides. Suppose get rid of the extra verts on this. Cool. And we can make it a certain color as well. So let's say we want the monitor to have a special color. So we will name a new color, monitor 1, add. So it's white at the moment, but we can just make it red. So we'll swap that out so that the monitor color is red. And I'm going to apply my emissive color here. And then maybe we want the rest of it to be black. And that looks cool. And I will put some side lighting fixtures on here. So go back to the material browser, find a lighting material. There it is. Apply 2 lights there. And what we'll do before we go out, I'm going to create a new light color lights underscore 1, add color, change it from black to, I don't know, let's do green. And then we will apply that emissive to both of these. Apply emissive color. Great. And we don't need the other colors, so I'm just going to delete those real quick. Those are from the default level that we had originally, and we don't need them here. And they will just cause extra stuff to show up. And I'm going to hit save. Go back to our default level, at which point now you can see all my consoles have been updated, right? Which is pretty neat. Now let's say we wanted to change some of these consoles to have different colored monitors. Now we renamed some of the colors on the inside of this prefab to be more specific. So we labeled one a monitor color, and we can change that with our other color palette from in our default level. So if I wanted this to be a weird, I guess we could do purple, would be fun. So we'll do purple. Add color. And then I'm going to use this. I'm going to select purple here. And I'm going to go to monitor and say get color. And now this monitor is going to be purple. And maybe we want this entire console to be purple. So go to my color list. And I remember we colored it black. I'll just do purple instead. And we will do, we can do purple lights on this one. Cool. So you can kind of already start to see some of the really neat uses for this type of tech. And if I just do play map, everything's updated. We have all of our consoles roughly the same here, all using the same prefab with a bunch of different colors. It's very cool. Awesome. Well, that's the basics for now. Thanks for checking it out. See you next time.